Hi, and welcome to Section 3, Globalizing Your Application with Translator Text. In this section, we look at how you can use translator text to detect and translate language, work with non-Latin languages, and provide alternative words. We explain how you can create customized translations and how you can perform real-time and offline translation in mobile apps. So firstly, we're going to look at how you get started with translator text and discuss some of the key features. Then we look at how we perform translation and language detection. We explore how we can transliterate between Latin and non-Latin languages before looking at how we can provide alternative translations using bilingual dictionaries. We'll then look at how we can create customized neural translation models before finally looking at adding translation support to Android mobile apps. Getting started with translator text. In this video of Section 3, I hope you will gain a good basic understanding of what Azure Translator Text is and how it can add value to our applications. Azure Translator Text is a neural machine translation service that you can use to leverage powerful translation features in your tools or applications. In fact, anywhere where you need multi-language support. It supports 60+ languages and can extend the reach of your application. Common use cases are the localization of websites, e-commerce, customer support, and messaging applications. So what are the key features of translator text? Language translation and automatic language detection. Transliteration, which is translating text between different alphabets. Being able to look up words in a powerful bilingual dictionary. The ability to create customized neural translation models. And support for online and offline translation in Android mobile apps. You're going to need a new Translator Text API resource in Azure, so let's switch over to the Azure portal and do that now. Okay, so here we are in the Azure portal. Select Create a Resource, and then in the Search the Marketplace search box, enter Translator Text, and then select it from the results. Select Create, and then let's add in the details for the subscription. You can use the free pricing tier for this. Each subscription has a free tier, but you can only have one per account. So let's create to finish creating. And now we need to grab our authentication key. Remember, this has to be passed in with each request to the API. So in the Translator Text resource, in the Resource Management section, select Keys. Now copy either of the keys and make a note of it. Great, now we're ready to use the API. So first let's talk about language support. There are over 60 languages supported by the Translator Text API, but support and features differ across the transliteration and dictionary endpoints. It's important to understand what languages are supported by which features, but more importantly, how we can find out this information in our code at runtime. Using the language's endpoint and the scope parameter, you can return valuable information about language support by endpoint. Let's take a look in Postman to see how this works. So here we are in Postman, and in the URL you can see I have a GET request to the language's endpoint. I've specified the scope as translation. This will return all of the languages supported by the translation service. If you look at the response, you can see we have a collection of languages ordered by their 2-letter ISO code. We also have name, native name, and direction properties. The direction is either LTR, left to right, or RTL, right to left. If we change our scope to transliteration and look at the results, we see something slightly different. Here our languages are still ordered by language code, but it shows what languages we can transliterate between. Here you can see we can transliterate between Arabic and Latin languages. Finally, if we change the scope to dictionary and fetch the results, we see again a list of languages, but now we have a translations collection that lists all of the languages supported for alternate translations. If we scroll down to English, we see that English supports alternative translations in many more languages. So what did we learn? We've got a basic overview of what the Translator Text API offers, and we've learned how to create new Translator Text API resource in the Azure portal. We've also learned how we can query the API to determine what languages are supported by the translation, dictionary, and transliteration endpoints.